everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We're at the end of the first day of the Secret Service Summit. We had a great day. We're going to give a couple highlights from the beginning of the day and a couple highlights from the end of the day.
Yep.
We started our morning off with a gentleman named Arnie Malham.
Arnie.
Meet Arnie, everyone. And he really focused his talk on internal culture. And he gave us some great ideas. We'll share a couple with you. The first was he has a huge library of leadership books in his office building. And they actually compensate all of their employees to read these leadership books. And on the inside cover of every book is a dollar figure. And if you finish the book, you get paid out that dollar figure. And it's really exciting because they actually hold meetings every 2 months with those who have finished books, and they share what they've learned. And I think it's a really cool idea to get people to continue to develop themselves while investing in the culture.
Right. And he talked about not about training people, but about educating people.
Absolutely.
And I love that it's about education, not about training a skill or training a duty. So I really liked that. The other thing they talked about was developing a culture and calling it something. So for their company, it was camel culture.
Right.
So everything had to do with the camel. People dressed up as camels. All the stationery had camels on it. So it's really cool to kind of play around with something as well to get people engaged and excited about it. So that's something that we're talking about doing, and how do we get that going in our business. So that was pretty cool.
And I think the last really cool point, and there's so many more, but the one that really stood out as a third one was celebrating tenure. And they had Letterman jackets, and they called them really ugly Letterman jackets that everybody wanted. So after 5 years, you got this Letterman jacket, and after 10, they celebrated your tenure with a Rolex, or an equivalent gift that is aligns with your passion of an equivalent value. So I thought that was pretty crazy to think about. How could you think outside the box to make something like that happen?
Yeah. And then we just finished the day. We just heard from Daniel Pink. So he has a new book coming out. It's about time. It's about looking at points in time, the midpoint, the end point. So it was really exciting. Everyone's going to get a copy of the book. So as soon as we read it, I'm sure we'll send out some Cole's notes on it. But
he had some pretty funny takeaways. He said, if you get anything out of the talk, here are the 2 takeaways. He said, number 1, never go to the hospital in the afternoon, as there is significant diminishing energy and focus in the afternoon. And he mentioned hand washing
and anesthesia.
He had a number of examples about just don't go to the hospital in the afternoon if you can help it. And the other one, what was the other one again?
Was bad news first.
Bad news first. Always deliver bad news first, because it's a euphoric. It gives you a good kick of energy when you get the good news at the end.
And on a high note.
Always give the ending things on the high note.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great.
Yeah.
His book's going to be outstanding. He had a lot of great insights on timing and how that impacts leadership and internal culture and performance and actually customer experience. So
really
you'll want to grab that book for sure.
So the bad news, I'll give you the bad news first. We're done for now. We've kind of done our download, but the good news is stay tuned for tomorrow, and I'm sure that there'll be much more insights that we'll be able to share with you. So have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.